This is Los Angeles, one of the least corrupt cities in the United States. And its police force is one of the most honest and efficient in the world. But it wasn't always so.
Change of perfume, it's driving me crazy.
You liked it before. Come on. Oh, get this. I think I came in here to check the champagne.
Well, let me tell you what I think. I think I came in here to grab you because, ma'am, I'm still... glad we're married.
I'm glad we're still married. But if you don't let me get this champagne, you know, your oil friends riot when we run out.
Well, we'll fix it. We'll fix it.
Matthew. You're lost. The party's that way.
It's a terrific party, too. Only I'm not lost.
Well, the supplies seem to be holding up. Have to get back and play hostess. What are you doing?
Don't remember me at all, do you? You should, you know. You really should.
Let me get back to my guest.
Yeah, sure. In about 10 sweet seconds. Think back. Portland, Oregon. Lou Wong's club. Al Starner. Now do you get it?
Let me get out of here.
I think that maybe you and I should get together and have a little talk sometime real soon about the good old days. Your husband might be interested, too. It's my hotel room. It's going to be home for the week. Oh, by the way, this time, money is the object. Not sex.
Hey, honey, I forgot to...
We were having a wonderful time. I was on my way to the little boy's room. I lucked into our charming hostess.
Exactly.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm Al Starner, Portland. We gotta have a talk sometime.
What's the matter, baby?
I love you, Mr. Lyons.
Well, I love you, too.
Checked every one of the better hotels around. There's no Starner.
Nothing, huh? Okay, thanks anyway. Cops can't find a body. I just got to go with the fact that Mrs. Lyons is still alive.
Well, why all the way to Portland?
Well, where would you go if trouble showed up?
Well, I wouldn't go to Portland because I'm not from there. But if I was, I guess that's where I'd go. I'd go home.
Well, that's Portland for the missing lady. That's our hometown.
Oh.
Look, Marcia, you see, I don't have much to go on. This thing's kind of thin. All Mr. Lyons remembers is that there was a guy at the party named Starner, and he didn't invite him, and he remembers that he upset his wife. I gotta make it look hard anyway. Portland's the move, Marcia. It's the past, and maybe it's some answers.
Oh, that's that avocado farmer from Santa Barbara. If Darlene doesn't call in, he's gonna go berserk. Oxford, 8704. Oh, hi, Mr. Jones. Darlene hasn't called in yet. What? A bushel of avocados? Well, thanks just the same, but I don't like avocados that much. That's right. Goodbye.
Marcia, listen, try to take care of the place while I'm gone, will you?
Oh, leave it to me like you always do.
That's what I'm afraid of.
Have fun in Portland.
Yeah, I can't wait. Well, where is it?
Right there. That's Lou Wong's.
You're a good cabbie. Next time I come to Portland, I'll give you a call.
Good luck, Buster.
Yeah, thanks. Hi. I was told I could have a little fun here. You know, friendly women, friendly dice.
Yeah?
Well, I'm up from L.A. on business, but all work and no play, you know?
I don't know. This is a private club.
Yeah, I know that, but one of your members told me that I could drop by whenever I was in town.
Who?
Gus.
Gus who?
Gus Smith. Well, every club has a Gus Smith.
Not this club.
Well, how about Al Starner then? Remember Al? Good old Al?
Wong Xiujia, Nigayen Sik Al Starner.
I'm going to the nearest alarm box and bring the fire department down on you if you don't open up this door. You know how gamblers feel about sirens. They get scared and run.
Okay, mister. Put your hands against the wall.
Is this any way to greet a customer, Lou?
My name's Sue, not Lou.
Okay.
No wallet. Who are you?
My name's Harold Underholt. I'm an attorney at law.
Lawyer, huh?
Yeah.
What do you want here?
I already told you that, Lou.
Sue,
Sue.
you do everything I say.
Absolutely. I wouldn't want to alarm the customers.
Yao Dao, Dinhua, Far Jok Gun, Miss Wong.
You are Lou Wong?
Harold Underholt.
You made a foolish threat.
Well, I think there's been a misunderstanding, Miss Wong. See, I came here to get some information. If I'd really known that you were the kind of Lou you are, I would have sent some flowers ahead of time.
You know Albert Starner?
Yes, ma'am.
You describe him to me.
Well, Al's kind of a big guy, and he's got brown hair and got a big nose.
Does he wear a mustache?
Yeah.
Tiger Chuttery.
Hey, wait a minute. I'll pay money for this information.
Dang it, Jen. Tiger Fanai.
Look, Miss Wong, I'd better be straight with you. I never met this Al Starner, but I got a wealthy client whose wife has been missing for the last few days. Just disappeared into thin air, and I'm trying to find her.
How much money?
Well, $100. All I want is... Make it $500.
Tagavana. Put the money on the desk, please.
Yes, ma'am. I just want to find out whether or not a girl worked here in the last few years.
Put the money on the desk, please.
Yes, ma'am.
What is the name of the girl?
Patricia Cafferty.
Lee says yes. She once worked here.
Yeah, well, I was wondering whether or not there might be somebody still here, maybe a couple of the girls that I could talk to who were here when she was.
We have a girl named Gilda. I'll let you talk to Gilda. You will leave now.
One more question.
You bought one question. You get one answer. You will leave now.
With an attitude like that, how can you expect new members?
I don't know, Patricia.
You don't, huh? Well, now, look, I'm going to start counting. You tell me what, and I'll say when.
What's to tell? She was a hustler. She worked here for a while, and then she quit.
Where'd she go?
I don't keep in touch with my mother. How do I know where she is?
Don't you have anything? Some remembrance, like a snapshot, something like that, huh?
Okay. I live at the Heathville Arms Apartments, top floor. Come by at 2 a.m.
Hey, I got it.
What?
This is it. Picture of Patricia and you, right? Huh?
Let's see that. Yeah. Wow, I forgot how young she was. You know, I didn't turn out until I was 23 and been married twice.
I hope you're going to let me keep that.
Considering the price you paid, I ought to frame it for you.
I'll settle for one more question.
What?
Why are you working for a Chinese lady, huh? Isn't that unusual?
Lou's father's the biggest in the business. She's just keeping it in the family.
Listen, can I use your phone? I want to call a cab.
Sorry. Look, if I had a phone, I'd be working 24 hours a day. But you can walk right down Salmon, about a mile and a half. You come to Broadway, and you can get a cab there.
Thanks for the picture.
Okay. I'm sure of it, Miss Wong. He looked through every single picture I had.
That's fine. Thank you, Gilda. You're a good girl.
At least you could ask me how I feel.
You didn't find my wife. That's all I had to ask.
Look, Lyons, I took a couple of good shots up there in Portland.
I've been paying you for 3 days. And for what? No leads, no nothing. And next, mister, I am worried about my wife. I miss the hell out of that little woman. And I'm paying you good money. You ought to be able to come up with something besides a big fat zero here. Maybe that'll lead you someplace. This fellow Starner here called me the day after you left. He said he wanted to meet me. He said he had something to tell me about Patty.
What, did you meet him?
I tried. I showed up for the meeting, but he didn't show. But the funny thing, he didn't sound like that he knew she was missing.
Well, did he call back afterward?
No. No, he didn't call. You better check him out.
Yeah, I'll get on it.
You didn't find out one thing in Portland?
No, nothing.
Yes?
The hotel electrician, ma'am. I'm here to check your fuse box.
Go away. Come back tomorrow.
Well, it'll only take a second. There's a short, ma'am. I think it's in your room.
Who are you?
Don't panic, Mrs. Lyons. Don't start screaming or anything.
How do you know who I am?
I'm a private detective. Your husband has hired me to find you. Please, you don't have to be upset.
Go away. Get out of here. Leave me alone.
Now, I don't know what you've done before, what you haven't done, but you'll be making a big mistake if you don't put that gun away.
I want you out of here.
Can we talk first? Your husband, he's very upset that you left. Patty, can I call you Patty? I think he can help you, even though the cops are looking for you.
Why would the cops be after me?
Albert Starner's dead.
He's dead.
You sound surprised.
Of course I'm surprised. I've been trying to call him.
I figured maybe he got rough with you. You hit him in the head, you panicked, you ran out of the hotel room, then you called back a few times to see if he was okay, right?
You think I killed him? I never talked to him. I wanted to before I talked to my husband. Oh, dear God. It was Matthew. I must have called Matthew.
I don't think so. Otherwise, your husband would have known all about you.
Known about what?
About Lou Wong's.
How did you find out?
I told you I'm a private detective. It's a nice little gun. What were you planning to do? Kill Starner with it?
If I had to. If I couldn't pay him off. Did you tell my husband about me?
Not yet.
I don't want you to tell him. I'll give you these if you just let me go. There's no reason to tell Matthew. There's no reason to hurt him.
I think you already hurt him enough, Mrs. Lyons.
I love my husband too much. Knowing about me would destroy him. Please take the rings. They're worth a fortune.
You don't fight fair. I can only work for one client at a time. I'm going to have to tell your husband you're here. I'm sorry. Hello, operator. Yeah, get me Hancock 7674, please.
No. You let her get away.
I didn't let, she got.
You were with her. You were right there with her, and you busted it. And I've hired the dumbest private investigator in this town.
Ordinarily, I'd resent that.
Why didn't you follow her? Why didn't you track her down?
Look, Lyons, you want to listen to me, huh?
What else is there?
I think you better sit down.
How in boiling thunder did I find you?
Listen, Lyons, you may not like what I'm about to tell you, so I think you ought to sit down.
All right. Make it good.
I've debated about telling you this. Your wife begged me not to.
Not to tell me what?
In Portland, your wife was a lady of the evening. Now, don't swing on me. I'll swing back.
You're out of your mind.
Why do you think she left here? Because she had it bad? No. Because she didn't want you to know. She didn't want you to be hurt. Albert Starner was trying to blackmail her.
Do you know where I met my wife? In a convent. Yeah, in a convent. My sister's a Mother Superior. Sacred Heart of Mary, and Patricia was a novice.
Yeah?
Yeah.
She might have been a novice there, but up in Portland, she wasn't a novice. Not at anything.
Well, you...
Listen, you just calm down, or I'll walk right out of that door. You can think whatever you want to think.
Oh, you're making some idiot mistake. I know you think I'm just some roughneck out of the oil patch that fell off a cat head and got lucky. But my wife is a lady. You got that? She is a cultured lady. You never heard her, but she can play that piano, and she sings like an angel.
Look, you want me to nod yes, or you want to hear what I got?
I don't care what you got. I don't care what she's done. I just want her back.
Yeah, well, I'm glad to hear you say that.
I want to welcome her home.
I'm very happy to hear you say that. Because that means I'm going to get paid for looking for her. But I want to tell you something, Lyons. We're not the only people trying to find her.
What do you mean with that?
I mean that 2 Chinese guys beat up on me when I was up in Portland. They went through me. They took all my money, but they didn't take my watch. So I got to figure that they were trying to figure out who I am and who I was working for.
Who hired them?
I don't know. I haven't figured that one out yet. But there's somebody else looking for your wife.
Who else?
The cops.
The cops? Why?
Because Albert Starner's been murdered.
Oh, my Lord.
Look, Lyons, it may not have been Patty.
Well, then who?
Maybe you. Forget I said it.
Look, mister, all I want from you is my wife back in this house.
I believe you. I found her once. I can find her again, but I'm going to need some help. Do you care how much this costs you?
I don't care what it costs. You just get her back home safe.
Okay. I know some people. Ordinarily, I don't trust them, but in a case like this, they'll do a good job when you mention money.
Oh, you just get them. You get them.
Okay.
No, 10 for Lieberman to win. And Lieutenant Quint wants 20. He says you owe him 60.
Cop's word is no good.
Take my advice, place the bet. And Captain Thomas wants 10 and 10. And 5 for Bullstead at the lab, and 5 to win for Gregory, the dispatcher. Right.
Morning, fellas. Happy to see the police department's doing such a good job protecting the city.
What do you want? You here to louse up my day?
No, I'm here to cover your losses.
Reggie, out, out.
Business? Who?
Hey, I figured you might need some help.
If I was on fire and you were a bucket of water, I wouldn't need your help. Now, scat. Scat! Would you believe that he graduated 3rd in his class in the police academy? Now, you were mentioning money?
Not yet. You got a guy here, DB, named Starner.
The ink's not dry on that. How do you know about it?
How do you think Gregory covered his 5 to win? He put out the call on it. Now, Lieutenant, you can read, can't you? It's a 5 followed by a 0. What do you got on the Starner thing?
We think it was a dame trying to find a witness.
That's a down payment.
For what?
In case you get any leads or come up with the girl, you call me first. I'll give you the other half of that C-note, Lieutenant.
Jake! You know something. You're holding out on me.
Yeah, I'm holding back a 50. Hey, look, Lieutenant, you arrest her, you book her, you get your name in the paper. It's probably going to be misspelled anyway. This way, I'm going to make you some money. Client's rich. He's good for it. We're going to do business?
I'll think about it.
I bet you will.
You smell anything in here, Reggie?
Oh, I don't smell nothing.
Money. And Axminster's in it, right up to his ugly mug. You know, I made a mistake. You paid me too much.
Look, honey, if you want my opinion, wear the white garters with the black hose. I'm telling you, that'll work better.
Marcia, get that lines for me right away, will you?
Oh, sure.
Hello, Lyons?
I'm being followed. It makes me nervous. You told anybody I'm on this case?
No.
Tell me why you put this stiff on my tail.
Now, why on earth would I do that?
What's wrong with you?
Well, I just keep thinking. Maybe you did kill Starner. Maybe you're setting me up.
If you weren't on the other end of this phone, I'd kick your teeth in.
Well, I tell you what, Lyons, you can pink slip me anytime you want to.
When I want to fire you, son, I'll fire you in person and with pleasure. And in the meantime, try to get this through that thick skull of yours. I didn't kill Starner, and neither did Patty.
Marcia, where's my gun?
It's in here.
What's it doing in here?
All clean, see? Not one fingerprint. Now, if you shoot somebody, they won't know who did it.
Spare me the jokes, will you? Listen, if I'm not back in 20 minutes, call Mike Brim. I'm gonna need help. I'll be out on the pavement somewhere.
Are you serious? Jake! Jake!
20 minutes, sugar.
I'll call you back.
Put your hands up. What do you want from me?
Hey, what is this, stick-up?
You've been following me most of the day.
You crazy, mister. I never seen you before.
Make another move, I'll blow your kneecap off. Turn around, come on. I'm going back the other way. Move.
Jake? Who's he?
I don't know. That's what we're going to find out. Marcia, I want you to get up close to this big log very carefully and get his gun.
Are you kidding?
Don't worry, if he makes a false move, I'm going to blow his brains out.
Listen, Jake, just because you give me rent-free space for my switchboard doesn't make me some kind of full-blown partner, you know.
It's okay, little lady. I'm not going to hurt you. You can take the piece.
And get his wallet at the same time.
Can you unbutton your jacket?
Very good, sweetheart. You can go home early. Okay, you, move. Inside. Okay, sit down.
You know, I'm getting tired of you pointing that gun at me.
Yeah? Well, then why don't you get up and get out of here? Your name's Kieran Healy. I know where to find you.
You know, I didn't want to do it this way. But, why not me and you work a deal?
Oh, yeah? What kind of a deal?
You've been looking for a girl named Patricia Cafferty.
Have I?
She's got a lot of friends up in Portland. You've been snooping around. You left an LA number for them to call you back. That's how I found you. So I'll tell you what. If I tell you where she is, what's it worth to you?
Dear, when in your arms I creep, that divine rendezvous. Don't wake me if I'm asleep. Let me dream that it's true. Kiss me twice, then once more. That makes thrice less.
Well, what?
Make it four.
There she is.
She got a dressing room?
Yeah, in the back. Come on, I'll show you.
How long has this been going
Give me my $20 back.
What's the matter with you, fella?
That's not Patricia Cafferty out there, and you know it.
The hell it ain't. Tell him who you are, will you?
Have you been asking the questions about me up in Portland?
I've been asking questions about a girl named Patricia Cafferty who was born in Portland 25 years ago and who graduated from Grant High School. And you're not her.
But you're describing me.
In that case, I think you better ask him to wait outside. I got something private to talk to you about.
Let me tell you
All
something.
right, Kieran. Go sit at my table and have a beer. I'll be okay.
You better watch him. There's something wrong with you.
Look, I know where Patricia Cafferty worked a couple of years after she left high school.
Where?
Why don't you tell me?
Do you really know?
I had a conversation with a woman named Lou Wong. Nobody's looking for you, and nobody's trying to prove that you worked there. Take a look at this photograph. Come here. That girl, the one on the right, who is she?
It's Margaret.
Margaret. Margaret who?
Margaret Burke.
Did she work at Lou Wong's with you?
We met in grammar school. We sang in the Glee Club together. We were good friends.
I asked you if she worked with you at Lou Wong's. Now, I know she came down here afterward and entered a convent.
What?
A convent.
I don't know why that should surprise me so. She was awfully religious when we were kids. We used to call her the Devil Dodger. Her folks were killed in a fire, and Margaret... She was all alone. She was 16, dropped out of school. She changed. What's all this got to do with me?
She used your name when she went into the convent.
My name?
Yeah. You got any idea why?
Oh, I can't even guess why. And it's Margaret you're looking for, not me. Nobody's trying to find out about me.
That's what I said. Who's the other girl in the picture?
Gilda.
Gilda gave me this photograph. You got any idea why she wouldn't tell me that this was the wrong girl and the wrong name?
Maybe she thought she was doing Lou Wong a favor. Lou had eyes for Margaret. She was crazy about her. When Margaret disappeared, Lou just about went out of her mind. Maybe that's why Margaret left so all of a sudden. Lou'd probably do anything to find her.
You remember a guy named Albert Starner, don't you?
Yeah, I used to hang around the club. I didn't like him. Why are you looking for Margaret? What's happened to her?
She's disappeared again. And this time it's her husband who's trying to find her. Listen, Pat, you've been helpful. Thank you.
A lot of girls made the same mistake we did 3 or 4 years ago. The depression was scarier then than it is now. You got hungry. Empty, sick, hungry, and scared. So you looked for a way out. There weren't many ways out.
There still aren't.
Hello?
It's Axminster.
You got something?
I want your sister to get some information for me.
She's got a lot of influence with the church brass, doesn't she?
My sister's a good friend of Bishop.
Well, that's what you mean. Why?
Well, just a second. I wanted to check on the names of any girls who've entered convents in the last few days.
Just since your wife disappeared, I think it's safe to assume it'd just be in California. At least we'll start there anyway.
Have her check on the name of Margaret Burke.
Who's Margaret Burke?
Somebody who's going to help us find your wife.
Now, don't get coy with me, mister. I'm paying the bills. You got something, or you just shooting a hunch?
Now, listen, Mr. Lyons, I'm tired, I got a headache, and I'm going to try to get some sleep.
Right now, this isn't even a hunch. It's a shot in the dark. I'll talk to you later. Hello, yeah, Mr. Lyons? You got something? Yeah, I'm awake. Let me write it down. Margaret Burke, St. Teresa's Hospital. That's down in Orange County. Okay, I'll drive down there and check it out. Maybe the shot in the dark got promoted. I'll call you later.
Speed up a little, you're gonna lose him. I'm going over 60 already. You want to drive? No, but I don't want to lose him neither. Let's just take another look and make sure that he's still up there somewhere. There he is. Are you satisfied? Yeah. Ease off, quick. We're tailing him. Why else would he be going over 60 in a heap like that? Quint's gonna be real sore at us.
Quint! You two guys work for Lieutenant Quint, huh? That cigar-chewing phony thought that I could lead him to bigger money? You got a rotten boss, fellas. Now, you go back and you tell him to hunt around. He can find some Chinese guys that were hanging around that hotel the day that Starner was killed. Tell him he'd probably have this thing solved if he wasn't wasting his time sending 2 of his best men to follow me.
Hey.
Hey, hold it right there.
Margaret says she doesn't know you, Mr. Axminster.
Well, it was a long time ago.
Yes. But when I told her you were from Portland, she agreed to see you. Although I thought she seemed a bit distressed. You do know, don't you, that Margaret is a postulant here?
Oh, yes, sister, I know. You're not going to run, are you?
No. How did you learn my maiden name?
Patricia Cafferty told me.
Does my husband know?
Your real name? No.
The rest?
Yeah. I told him.
Why?
Well, Mrs. Lyons, it goes with the job. If I tell him that you're here, you're going to stay, aren't you?
If he knows, there's no more reason to run, is there?
No, there isn't. Mind if I ask you a question? You used Patricia Cafferty's name when you first came into the state of California. Mind telling me why?
Why, yes, it was because I wanted to enter the convent, Sacred Heart of Mary. It was a teaching order, so I needed a high school transcript. Patricia Cafferty graduated from high school. I didn't, so I sent for a transcript.
I'll call your husband.
Out here.
I don't like to wait for answers. I drove out. Who's Margaret Burke?
The name that your wife was born with. I was just talking to her.
Does she know that you told me about...
Yeah.
Why? You didn't have to do that.
Look, Mr. Lyons, why do you think she ran away in the first place? Because she didn't want you to know. That's why I told her. I didn't want her to run away again.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Does she want to see me?
Yeah.
Say, wait a minute. I know I've been kind of rough on you a few times, and I'm sorry. You did okay. No, that ain't right. You did good. You did a real good job, and I'm obliged to you, Jake.
Better hurry up. You're gonna miss her.
Thanks.
I was coming in anyway.
Beating up cops. Ain't you got no respect for the uniform?
Lieutenant, they were in plain clothes.
They had their badges in their pockets, you stole their guns and their keys, and that's government property.
I borrowed them.
Withholding evidence, harboring fugitives.
Lieutenant, what do you want from me?
I want who you're protecting. Now, you start talking, Jake.
You don't want to take the cake. You want the whole bakery. What are you doing, trying to put the squeeze on my client?
Split with you.
Lieutenant, you're not going to get your hands on my client. All you're going to get out of this is another crime solved. That's it.
I'll make it a big split, Jake.
You're not listening to me. You got the Starner file here?
Last offer, 50-50.
Look, will you check in the file? I know somebody must have seen some Chinese guys hanging around that hotel.
How do you know that?
Didn't you get any prints?
Yeah, we got a couple of prints, and we got a witness. Says he saw 2 Chinese in the hallway that morning.
All right, now listen, Lieutenant. You check up in Portland, Oregon. There's a woman up there named Lou Wong. She's got a whole organization that works for her. I'll even give you the address. Now, these guys were probably working for her. They got in a beef with Starner about something. That was it. All you're going to end up with here is a crime solved. That's all.
Let's have the address. Get out of here.
Thought you'd never ask.
Jacqueline Smith has looks that could kill when she plots her husband's death. A deadly love triangle traps her in a cat-and-mouse game in Night Kill, also starring Robert Mitchum, Mike Connors, and James Franciscus. It's Not for the Meek week on KTVT's 8 o'clock movie. Next, Gene Wilder and Bob Newhart star in Thursday's Game on The Late Show.